Howdy y'all, it's Storytime with Zory, and today we're going to be talking about the differences between BDSM and the 50 Shades of Grey. This is extremely important to watch if you plan on either reading for the first time, or seeing the movie this weekend. This is stuff that you should actually keep in mind while you're watching or reading. Why? Because sexuality, since it's so taboo, we don't really talk about it, and when these movies come out, people just kind of assume that this is accurate and this is what happens, and it's not. So it's really important that you keep this stuff in mind. So now we refer to the board behind me. Here are the general differences between BDSM and the 50 Shades. First, in BDSM you have to have some mutual trust. If you don't trust your partner, you're not going to want to have them tying you up or videotaping you or anything along those lines, because one, you're probably going to be scared. Two, you never know what's going to happen afterwards. Like if someone's going to try to do some kind of revenge porn and they're going to upload it to the internet. Now, practice, mentor, learning, and safety. Safety is always key whenever there is any kind of BDSM play. You first practice it, you learn what you want to do. You usually have someone that's helping you learn how to do it. You can actually go to a lot of the sex toy stores and someone will show you how to use them properly so that you don't get hurt and the person you're with is not hurt either. So that's where your education comes in. And 50 Shades of Grey, on the other hand, the difference there is that Mr. Grey uses a lot of coercion and manipulation to get what he wants. You wouldn't need to use that if you trusted your partner. Next, we have the power dynamic. In BDSM, you choose whether or not you want to be the submissive or the dominant person. So a lot of times you will hear about people that are in authority all day long, making tons and tons of decisions. So when they get home and they're with their partner, they don't want to have to make decisions and be the dominant one anymore. So they want to be the submissive, or vice versa. Whereas in 50 Shades, Anastasia doesn't have a choice. She is the submissive one because Mr. Grey decides, I'm going to be dominant, I'm going to take over, do whatever I want to you. Not okay. Next, communication. That is key for BDSM. If something's going wrong, something's happening that you're not really sure what to do, usually someone will say the safe word, I'm done, I want out. The safe word could be something completely unique like banana, monkey, umbrella. And you will know that your partner wants to stop the scene. Whereas in 50 Shades, Anastasia keeps telling Mr. Grey no, and she's completely ignored. That is, again, not okay. So when you're in this type of world, you need to have some sort of safe word in place so that you guys know whether or not you've gone too far, you've gone past what your limits are. In communication, if you ever had a friend who doesn't play by the rules, you usually don't want to play with that friend anymore. So having rules set in place and actually paying attention to them would be a lot better, because no one wants to play with the kid that doesn't follow the rules. The starting point. Whenever you're starting to explore the BDSM community or world, you want to start very light. Some of you have probably already done some light kinky stuff and you don't even realize that it's actually part of the BDSM world. Like having a blindfold on and your partner is feeding you chocolate-covered strawberries. That's technically called kink. So that would fall under here. Whereas in 50 Shades, they jump right to the advanced and dangerous things. The first time you try any kind of tying up or using chains or knives or any kind of that stuff. You want to start light first to find out what your limits are so that you can communicate them with your partner. Or else you will probably end up getting hurt, and again, no one wants to play with someone that hurts them. The last difference I have on here is the ending point. Important is to have some aftercare. This usually involves cuddling or doing some kind of soothing sounds, whatever makes you comfortable and happy and just taking care of yourself. Whereas, again, 50 Shades of Grey, he's very cold, he's very distant. Again, no one wants to play with someone like that. So, all in all, the difference between BDSM and 50 Shades: in BDSM, you need consent and communication. 50 Shades just highlights what rape, abuse, and sexual violence is. So these are some things that you should keep in mind next time you read or you decide to go see the movie 50 Shades of Grey, so that if you decide to go home and get busy or have some fun, playtime, please keep these things in mind and try to play safe. Thanks. And if you have any questions as to what rape is, please see my other video I've linked below as to what rape is, how to avoid it, rules of thumb, and pay it forward. Bye.